Those of you who do not know about Dattatreya, he is a mythical character or a character of a divine guru who lived in perhaps the Treta Yuga simultaneously with Rama. His life is shrouded in mystery because he has traditionally he is represented as one body having the three heads of Shiva, Brahma and Vishnu, which is the creator God's head, Vishnu's head, which is often represented in the middle head, and the side heads are Shiva's head and Brahma's head. This trinity represents creation, maintenance and destruction. Brahma is the creator, Vishnu is the maintainer, and Shiva is the dissolver. So he was one person, God or a guru or whatever we want to call, in one form, and revered, and he had great students like Parasurama was his student. And another guy, Kartavirya Arjuna, was another illustrious student of his, who had Kartavirya Arjuna had 1,000 hands and incredible intelligence and spiritual powers to do everything. And he was the guru of people of this stature when he was on the earth plane. His image is a symbol. Whether he had three heads or not, we don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe it's a symbolic representation. Maybe it's an archetype that will make sense to us or make sense to our consciousness. So why do I care for that? Because I lived that reality, because many years ago I thought that I would do something about it to make sense of it and also reveal that to you. Now let us reflect on Dattatreya himself, and as I said, he is in one body with three heads, and then the other images are like a cow standing by, and often the cow is represented as Kamadhenu. Kamadhenu is the cow in the divine realms, and that cow can give you whatever you wish for. You can go to the cow and then talk to the cow, and then the cow will give you those. And then the kings were after that cow, because the cow can give you everything. So at some point I will also talk about it. It's a very powerful archetype. And there are 4 dogs and representing the 4 Vedas, which is the wisdom books of ancient India, which are being given in practice by Brahmin priests who chant the Vedas, and the 4 dogs are the representation. And why would I want to connect with him now? Not only he is active, but the Shirdi Sai Baba is also active now. And both are one according to tradition, at least some traditions, that they say that Shirdi Baba is only this Dattatreya Shiva Baba. But when you look at Shirdi Sai Baba, who lived very recently, passed away only in 1900s, early 1900s or the early end of the 1800s. Late 1800s or early 1900s, I don't remember his, but he's the recent incarnation. But when you look at these 2 guys, one is Dattatreya and the other is Shirdi Sai Baba, they are the opposite. Dattatreya represented the wisdom tradition, a very high intellectual, higher intellectual tradition. If you want his teachings, you can go to Tripura Rahasya, in which there is a conversation between Dattatreya and Parasurama on even quantum physics. And he also talks about how can you remove karma or diffuse karma. He says time is a reality and karma is time. You cannot do anything about it. But you can do one thing. You can just change your space and change your time. So that's so he knew the relationship between space and time. That's why I said that he also knew quantum physics. Whereas Shirdi Sai Baba is his life is in mystery too, because he suddenly appeared as a Muslim saint or a Hindu saint or both, because nobody could know whether he was Hindu or Muslim. As far as the intellectual accomplishments are concerned, they are not. If you go to his teachings, they are very, very simple, and he did not speak a lot either. But what he did was miracles. He spoke in miracles. For instance, somebody wants, I want a job. He said, do a simple thing. Keep my picture and do arti to my picture. Arti is showing candlelight to his picture. And he said, look to me, I will look to you. All that you have to do is just, it's very interesting. He said, make me a slave. Make me your slave. And I will tell you how you can make me your slave. And that is just do a set of certain things that remember me all the time. If you are eating your food, just give the food first to me, and then take it later, and then keep thinking about me all the time, and do this show the light. Then I will do you miracles. This is the deal. And one day he fell sick and then he died. And this incarnation was considered by most as the same incarnation as Dattatreya, although in a very simple fashion. Every day there is a new temple being built somewhere. So these beings are staying in another realm, and they are looking at human beings who are helpless, who are without jobs, without money, without relationship, with sickness and so forth. They do mean well for the human society. And that's how I make sense of that. So what I have come to now think is I could use these energies. So what is important is, according to your level of intelligence and level of your own understanding, you can use any of these. So let's see where we go from there. I wanted to share all these things with you so that you can also reflect on this. But one thing I am very sure, that of all the incarnations I have had, and this incarnation is very important. We as a race do need a better life, a better body. If at all we should keep this body, it should be a better body, a light body, and no pain, and no suffering, and all happiness and total identity with the divine. God bless.